What's up, guys? Today is June 28th. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of an update, and I'm also going to show you guys how to assist your pepper plants with pollinating to ensure that you get more peppers. Okay, first things first, to understand how the flowers of a pepper plant work, we're going to look at the exact opposite, such as watermelons. Okay, so watermelons, pumpkins, any kind of gourds, they have two different types of flowers. Male flowers, which are right here, and they have no fruit on them, and then the female flower, which has the fruit. They both have to actually bloom at the same time to pollinate, and then that causes the female flower to grow the fruit, like this. And so that got pollinated. So they don't self-pollinate, they basically, it's just kind of random. But if we come over here to the pepper plants, they have single flowers that have both the female and male reproductive parts in there. Okay? And they basically depend on a bee to come over, or any kind of bug, and shake the pollen loose and into the female parts. But if you want to ensure that all your flowers get pollinated, you can simply just go up and give them a little tap. That will basically cause them to pollinate, and you're doing it by hand. You can do this through all your plants. Yes, they're still going to pollinate even if you don't do this, but you're probably not going to have near as many. So like I did that with this orange habanero plant, and there are pods everywhere, and I hand pollinated every flower that came up, and this plant probably has, I don't know, 100 fruit on it. Some are in different stages. There's a little one, there's a big one. So you can do that with all of them. I've done that with my golden Cayenne. It's got quite a few fruit on it already. Again, all in different stages, just from as the flowers come up. Here's one right here. Giving it a little tap. And then you'll notice, get some light over here. Right there, a little bit, you can see the pollen. That is what I shook loose. If I touch the actual front of the flower, it just kind of touches the female parts for it, or you can just shake them. So that's about it. That will cause most of the flowers that you tap to at least pollinate, and they should produce a pepper. Now, one other way to know that your pepper flower pollinated is we come over here and we see this one. See how it just literally just fell off? It's falling off, and it's not just covered in fruit. See, there's always a little pepper under there. That's just what gets pollinated. That did not pollinate. It basically, once it gets to that point that it's not going to pollinate, it's not going to grow, it just dumps its flower. Well, like that one, that pollinated, it's real strong, it's heavy on there. Let's see here, see if there's any others. Alright, so here's what I want to see. Okay, so we come over here, and this flower is kind of closing up on itself. That's a good sign that it's germinated, or pollinated, sorry. There's another one. And it's obviously not just falling off when I touch it. That means it pollinated. If it falls off, it means it didn't. Okay? So that's what I do with every single one of my plants. I go through, anytime there's flowers, I go every day out here and I tap every flower that I see. And obviously, I'd wash my hands, dust them off, whatever. Whenever I move to a new variety, don't want to accidentally cross anything that I'm not purposely trying to cross. So, all right, now we'll do a little bit of an update on where everything is in the season. Starting at the front, I just harvested a bunch of stuff off the Anaheim. There's still other peppers on here that are in different stages. These are pretty small still, so they're going to stay on there. This is my Cumbre Cherry. It's really exploded. It's gotten so tall. I mean, it's 3 feet tall, 3+ feet from the actual base down there. The Bisbas. Over the past few days, I'm slowly just taking peppers off that are ripening. They're in different stages of their ripening. Some are brown, some are green, some are turning red. But basically, as they turn red, I'm taking them off and I'm dehydrating them. But this plant, I've taken off, I don't know, 20 peppers already, and it's still just covered. I mean, they're everywhere. Even down here in these low-hanging branches, there's peppers. Here is the white ghost. He's definitely a little more full than he was. He's had a lot of problems. So did the other one. It's just really random, but he's coming back. So hopefully he'll do good. Here is the chocolate ghost. He's doing good. He's got buds on him now. I've been picking buds because these plants were pretty small and I was not ready for them to fruit yet. I don't want them fruiting when they're real little. But he's doing good. He's got those. He doesn't have any fruit on him yet. None of the flowers have opened. They're just buds right now. So here's the golden Cayenne. That's kind of an interesting one right there. But this guy, he's got a ton. Let's get these flowers real quick here. Boop, boop, boop. They're everywhere. There's some more. I mean, they're in there. There's a lot of them. Yeah. Over here, the black jalapeno. Black jalapeno. A bunch of fruit on it. These, I don't really know much about these. I don't know how big they get. I don't know if they get as big as a regular jalapeno or not. All of these are about the same size. They're about 2 or 3 inches. It's got quite a bit of fruit on it. There's some down here. Then there's some flowers. A lot of different things going on. Pollinate these real quick. So, I don't know if anybody knows, anybody's ever grown any of the different varieties of jalapenos, like the black or the purple, let me know. If you know how big they get. They started out black, they've stayed black. I don't know if they ripen to a different color or not. Like I said, don't really know much about them. But here is my regular jalapeno. He had some problems in the indoor grow tent. He got a little overwatered. There you can see some of the remnants of that. No, those aren't parasites or anything like that. They're not mites. That is just from overwatering, and they're dried up. It's basically plant edema. The cells in the plant get filled with water, and then they get these little bumps all over the bottom of them, and if you kind of like just squeeze them with your fingers or anything, they pop and your leaves will look wet. These I didn't pop, they just kind of dried out. But he's coming back nice. You know, they're doing good. Some more edema. He's starting to get some buds on him. Again, I pull buds. I don't want my plants setting fruit when they're really small. So, but I'm gonna let him go now. There's my little Reaper. Super curly. I don't know. For a while, he kind of evened out, and the leaves were real flat and everything, but he went back to being curly. I don't know. But, you know, you guys remember my Reapers and how crappy they looked, but now, look at those. They're looking beautiful. Some of these are a little bit smaller. This one's just basically at the point it's got buds on it. A little bit some flowers. This one, kind of the same. I don't think it has any fruit on it yet. It's just kind of buds. This one is really low. Let's see if I can get it in there. Really low to the ground. The branches actually kind of grew out sideways. Really strange. Like straight out sideways. Rather than up at all, It kind of like looks like an octopus. Here's another one. This one has some really interesting peppers on it. That one's kind of odd pheno shape. But it's got a few others on it. Got some flowers. And there, boop, hit that guy. Here's the big one. The big one, if we move some of this. Yeah. Fruit. Look at that. And they're in there. And they're all over the place in the bottom. There's none really kind of growing on the outside of it, even though there's buds. I'm hoping they'll kind of come up soon. More flowers. Like I said, I do this every day with my flowers, just to make sure that they get pollinated. But I'm so happy with the fruit, and I'm so excited. I didn't think they were gonna do anything. I thought they were gonna be a loss, but they're okay. Here is one of the Moruga Scorpions. Again, I was pulling buds. It's just now starting to get new buds. This is about a foot tall, so I'm gonna kind of let it fruit. I'm not worried about it at this point. Here's another one. Pick the buds, no fruit yet. Just waiting for that to flower up. The Fatalii. And this is just a regular yellow Fatalii. Buds are coming back up. Bahamian Goat. These guys, they just stayed pretty small, both of them. I don't really know. I've been picking the buds so they don't fruit too soon, but they haven't really grown in a little while. They get fertilized on a regular basis, but I'm just gonna let them go at this point, and whatever they fruit, they fruit. Here's the other one. It's getting some little buds on it everywhere, but let's see. Here is my red Savina. This is looking a little light. Put in some extra nitrogen. I've done a foliar spray on it. It's kind of growing straight up, but it's doing okay. Doesn't have any buds on it yet. I haven't even had to pick any, so that's good. Here is Chocolate Hab. It's doing good. It's got buds. No flowers on this guy yet. Over here, the other Chocolate Hab. Right there. This was a flower, and it's now a little bitty fruit. It's kind of random. That's like the only. It's like the only bud that was on there, and it flowered, and it's got a fruit. So I may put some bone meal in there to kind of assist it with that. And then the orange Hab, really dark. It's got a lot of great color. Again, this thing is literally, and every side looks like this. This is not just a random side that looks better than the others. This is how they are. Every side of the plant looks completely full. Aji Cristwal. This one has been kind of small, so I haven't really needed a cage around it till today. I came out to check it, and it was flopped over. So for the time being, till I can get to Walmart, there's just a stick in there holding it up. Some of these leaves look a little weird. I don't know. It's only on this one, but get some flowers, lots of buds everywhere. So you remember how small both these were in these baskets. That one's kind of getting up there, but this one, that one literally just exploded out of nowhere. I swear I just came home from work one day and it was gigantic. This one, you can see them all, they're just everywhere. Stupid bugs. Get out of there. This one already has fruit. It's got a couple on it, just in different places. There's one right there. Whoops. But again, I've done a lot of these already, but I'm gonna kind of go through and show you my process. So this is basically what I do. I come out and I inspect these plants. Then as I'm checking them for the day, I do that. Here's the other Aji Cristwal. Really big. This one Tons of flowers. Don't know if this one has any pods on it yet, even though it's a little bit bigger than the other. They got lots of flowers and stuff. It probably does. I'm just not going to dig through there. At least not with you guys on camera, so. Okay, let's see here. MOA Scotch Bonnet. These guys have kind of stalled. I don't know. May have to just fertilize them again and hope for the best. Lots of buds. I stopped picking them. I stopped picking them at a certain point because I cannot just wait for them to get bigger all season. There's the other MOA. Here is the Aji Lemon Drop. Again, these are 7-gallon pots, so I mean they are a lot bigger than what you think. So the plants are much bigger than they look. This one, he does have fruit throughout, lots of flowers, lots of little buds, lots going on there. Then this guy, the Oro De Ecuador, I mean he's huge, but he has fruit coming up all throughout. I'm not going to show you guys my hydroponic ones just because, yeah, I'm not worried about it. My hydroponic Oro De Ecuador, like this one, is about the same size in the grow tent. And I changed the solution for a flowering mix, and it's probably got 70, 80 fruit on it. The first ripe one came up yesterday, and I ate it. It was amazing. I'll do a review on them whenever I get some on this plant, I think. The other ones are real slow going, but they're doing their thing. So, all right, that's about it. Oh, one more thing, which we'll go over just kind of since we did the pollinating thing. If you have a plant that has lots of fruit on it, and they're taking what seems to be forever to ripen, some of these, like that, it's not completely ripe. It's got some brown still on it. It's like that one. But you can pull this off now. Set them in a windowsill or wherever. They will finish ripening, and that will actually cause the rest of the plants, or well, sorry, the fruit, to ripen. And it kind of speeds up the process and encourages things to get going. But that's it for now. Until next time, this is how everything is looking. Some tomato plants, cucumber, watermelons. Alright guys, until next time.